This is my 3 weeks Sri Lanka itinerary in 5 minutes. Out of the airport, we took a bus to Colombo Fort station. We had a few hours in a hotel there, then we took a train at 5 a.m. in the morning to go to Anuradhapura. We booked that train ahead just to make sure we had spots on the 5:40 a.m. one, but you probably don't need to. The train ride took about 4 hours. We spent one night in Anuradhapura to see temples, and more temples. The next morning we took a bus to go down towards Trincomalee. On buses you can put your luggage at the front right here by the driver. You do not need to book any of those buses ahead. You pay with the driver once on board. From Trincomalee we took another short ride towards Galle beach, where we stayed for 3 nights. Depending on the time of the year, it could be a bit rainy. The rain season in Trincomalee is the opposite of the rain season in the south. Crocodile! You'll see crocodiles as well as a lot of spotted deers all over the town on the fort, as well as beautiful temples. We visited in February. That's a good time to have a decent weather in Trincomalee as well as the south. After Trincomalee, we jumped on a bus to Polonaruwa. In Polonaruwa, we spent only 1 night. You'll see a lot of temples. I have done a much more detailed video on each of those locations, by the way. Check my channel if you're interested. This one is only for the itinerary as well as transport. Now, bus again to Siguirilla. We spent only 1 night in Siguirilla because the next night we went down to Dambulla. But you could actually stay in Siguirilla and do Dambulla on a day trip as well. This is the wonderful Siguirilla rock. Now, the next day, bus again to Dambulla, where we also stayed 1 night only. In Dambulla, you'll see wonderful cave temples. To be completely honest with you, by that point, I was starting to have a temple overdose. Luckily, that was our last stop on what they call the cultural triangle. Then we jumped on a bus to Kandy. I love the fact they have a city called Kandy. We had 3 nights in Kandy, and the first day we took a bus to the Pinawala Elephant Orphanage and Zoo. I'm not a great fan of animals in captivity, but where else in the world can you feed a leopard for 50 cents? And of course in Kandy you have a stunning temple to visit with the tooth of the Buddha. The next morning, time for a train to Ella. This is the very iconic ride that you see all over Instagram, and I can tell you it is a little bit overrated and the tickets are a bit complicated to get. You can buy them online ahead, but they have to be delivered on paper to a hotel or a local address. And of course, if you are backpacking like we were, you might not know exactly where you'll stay. Anyway, this is beautiful Ella, where we spent 2 nights. The next day, 2 buses to go down towards Thissamaharana, where we spent a night before to go to Yalla Safari. Yalla was great. Some people say it's not the best of the Sri Lankan safaris, but we saw a leopard, we saw elephants. Next, Tangalle. I'm afraid I can't really tell you how to get there from Yalla Safari, because we got a free ride, we accidentally hitchhiked. Anyway, then another bus to Mirissa. On the south coast, in pretty much every location, we rented some mopeds to be able to explore more beaches, although you could do it with tuk-tuks as well. Anyway, Tangalle, 2 nights, Mirissa, 2 nights. Then another bus to Galle. Galle is a stunning colonial fort. We spent here only 1 night. Although we didn't really stay in Galle, we stayed by Anuradhapura beach, a few kilometers away. Now, the next day, bus again towards Hikkaduwa. That's where you'll find the tsunami museums. So it could be quite an emotional spot. And you can pet turtles. What? We had only 1 night in Hikkaduwa, and the next morning we jumped on a train to go back up to Colombo and Negumbo. We did not stay in Colombo at all. We jumped back straight on another train to go towards Negumbo, to be right by the airport. Negumbo is a fishing village only a few kilometers away from the airport. That was our last night. Thanks for watching!